Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to more Drallim. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 match. Today is an exciting one because we get to see Scuba back for the first time in a while on this channel. We've got Mental Patient, aka Scuba, in the green, trying to tank down in the bottom left of Drallim Desert. Up in the top right, we've got Marakar. Marakar in the cyan, also trying to tank, so we've got a tank mirror on our hands. Always going to be good games. And I know Scuba's got a lot of experience playing tank mirror. I know specifically he likes to make a lot of tanks as normal. At Battle Masters, ECMs, GATs will be mixed in there. But he's also one of the few players that actually likes to mix in a lot of tank hunters. That's one thing that springs to mind. He will make like literally an army of 50-50 Battle Masters and tank hunters, which often can swing the big battles. Obviously, tank hunters kill tanks. But Marakar's going to need to make sure he's got enough GATs always present, and Scuba's going to need to make sure GAT numbers keep down if he does go for that strat. On this map, obviously, you've got the crate, the $100 crate. Inside of your base, there's an additional little boost. There's a few maps like that. One other map that springs to mind is Mountain Mayhem. But that starts with like $1,000. This one's only 100, so it doesn't make too much of a difference. It might allow you to squeeze one extra unit out a little bit quicker. So from Marakar, we have an outpost and a flamer as the first few units. I believe this is a relatively recent replay. We're talking in September, at least, I think. Maybe Scuba is back playing now because the World Series is approaching in October. I believe will be the start of the World Series. Scuba wanting to force fire towers down. Okay, that's interesting. From the very beginning with your first unit. It's certainly interesting. Marakar certainly been the more aggressive player so far, but typically in tank mirror is actually consolidating your defenses at home, making like 3 or 4 units like that, and actually then just taking out the attacking units often does actually favor the tank player, actually. Well, both are tank, but I mean, if you're single filing your units into the enemy base, like is happening now, the defender has an advantage because he's grouped up his units, has bigger, better numbers, and I think if that goes down there, yeah, it does. Scuba's actually ahead with XP now. One big thing to note in this matchup is that those tanks are giving away 200 XP per kill when they're Vet 2, but if you make like outposts, for example, then not so much. The outpost kills don't actually give XP. Only the tank hunters inside do. Scuba making a lot of GATs, actually. I'm actually surprised he's got 50-50, 5 GATs and 5 Battle Masters. Maybe he's just expecting lots of outposts from Marakar. But Marakar's units are all spread around the map, and that's when consolidated group does have more success. Down at the bottom right, we've got Scuba going for the oil. I like that little bunker. I'm not sure how many units it's got inside of there. It's like 2 tank hunters. One dozer there of Scuba does get picked off. A little bit of a mishap for him there. He only has one more dozer now, and that's down in the bottom right. Marakar's just gathering a lot of units. He's actually going for what looks to be a helix. Might be a mistake, actually, when there's so many GATs out for Scuba. If he's literally making 50-50 Battle Masters GATs, then a Helix isn't going to have that much success. Looks like a Flamer or something has killed that, and has actually been taken out there. Marakar killing one oil, and then killing the oil across the lake. But in terms of oils, that will be even, providing that Scuba saves this one. But will he save it? No, he doesn't, and Scuba's already invested into the capture upgrades, so that's a big loss for him. So he's invested in the capture, which is 1,000, and he's not even got his oil. He's an oil down now, actually, because Marakar still has this one. This is where the tank hunters are coming into play. He's just simply making them from the barracks, whereas a lot of people actually make outposts, but it does occupy time from your war factories. If you've got the cash, there's no reason why you can't spend that extra little bit of cash in your bank on tank hunters. Yeah, Marakar leading so far because of that oil advantage. So Scuba's going to want to equalize things here. Preferably by taking out that oil, or maybe getting his 4th supply quicker. I say 4th, he needs to get 3rd and 4th. Marakar's also collected on the mid now as well. But Helix comes in and it's just going to wreck a ton of tanks. It's probably going to give him level 3, is it not? So each of these are 200 XP each. Needs one more kill. Oh, there you go. He's level 3 now. So, artillery and mines. Some of the things that come into play here. Massive battle here. Oh, the tank hunter's going to make any difference. They are chipping away here. And actually, they will make a big difference here because all of the tanks now won't be able to kill those because there's no GAT nearby. The GAT is actually over there. From the side, Scuba's actually managed to come in and take out that Helix. That's actually a big win there for Scuba. Taking out that Helix certainly evens things up a little bit, in the short term at least, versus this oil and this faster third supply. Scuba has not expanded anywhere. I don't know if he's lost his dozer. We'll have to check in a second. Just finish to see what's going on here. Another truck's going to go down. I think Scuba's just winning this engagement outright, apart from that tank's a little bit low now, even though it's Vet 3 needs to bail on that situation. Scuba still does have a dozer. He's expanding now to a third, so that's certainly going to even things up. There's an opportunity there to kill a dozer. One of two. Artillery now coming in for Scuba. That's very late, though. CC was built a few minutes ago, I think. Thought the mine drop was going to be there. I think that would have been better, actually. Artillery kills that supply. Oh, it's actually a tank drop, not a mine drop. I think I would have preferred a mine drop, you know? A mines there would certainly cause more damage than this one Battlemaster's going to cause. So that one Battlemaster's killed one truck and then he's going to die and give away 200 XP. But a mine drop there would have killed at least 2 trucks and then messed with all the collection for the next few minutes as well. So mine drop would have certainly had more impact. But is that going to play a difference in this game or not? I've got 3,800 XP for Marakar, 3,300 now for Scuba. But that oil is still in play. Marakar does need to repair it. Flamer for Marakar is going to find the prop and the dozer. Yeah, that's a bad loss. But Marakar keeps investing into helixes. And so if his helixes aren't paying off like that first one, well, it probably did actually, the first one did. Did kill a few Battlemasters, didn't it? But then it did go down later onto the GATs. Yeah, Marakar's certainly controlling the game now. This supply is being harassed a lot. GATs are there. Oh, the 2 trucks actually both survive. I thought they would have both gone down. I don't know if that's bad targeting there from Marakar or if he's just really hesitant to go in. He thinks he's going to lose it. Another dozer now produced by Scuba. Maybe that prop was a little bit too far in the open. Maybe there should have been at least one tank there. I mean, it is quite a wide open map. There's going to be something that finds its way in at some point, I think. CC now being built by Marakar, but that is extremely late. Like, he's already level 4 now. He's approaching level 5 and he's only just building his CC. But he's going to get artillery now. He's going to get mines. I imagine he will do mines. There's very few people that do a tank drop. Although, if you do fully invest into the tank drop and you get the autoloader upgrade, it can cause significant damage in the base. Drop it like there when there's no anti-air, it can cause a lot of problems. Here comes a mine drop and the artillery. Mine drop doesn't hit anywhere, so that's a mistake from Marakar, because Scuba's army's been primarily here most of the game. So you're going to anticipate it's going to be a few GATs. I think even if there's like 1 there, it'll like damage the mine drop a hell of a lot. If there's 2 though, and yeah, we'll be going down. Got a sneaky flamer on the left hand side. Marakar rushing to the defense over on the right, but Scuba's occupying this building. This tall tower thing and just taking out a tank. It's actually pretty fully loaded by the looks of things. That flame is still trying to make its way into the left side. Yeah, that is very full actually. It's insanely full. Okay, Scuba's finally seen this. I think he should be able to shut that down. The ECM there is and the GAT seems to be the fastest units. Yeah, it does get stopped. Nice try there from Marakar. That's the thing I noticed about Marakar. He's being more sneaky with the units. That's the second flamer we've tried to add into the base. Scuba just seems to have his units in big blobs, like defensively. 2 more trucks there taken out for Scuba, although he is expanding now to a 4th. He just needs like a couple of gats left there and a couple of gats left on the supply. That's it. He is a little bit short cash though, and the second has mined out. But you got to remember, Marakar has that, so he's got a cash boost here. And when you're playing zero out like the top level against the top players, you'll often find the reason the opponents are winning is because they've got an economy advantage, and that primarily is oils actually. They're getting faster oils, more oils, and killing yours and keeping them for longer. And you're seeing exactly that here. So when you're on more oils, it's just a ticking time bomb for the enemy, really, isn't it? Because if you both play exactly the same level, but one person's got 1 or 2 more oils, it's pretty obvious who that person is who's going to win. So Scuba does need to do something about that. The question is what, though? I'm thinking maybe a flamer through there. Probably won't reach its target, though, to be honest. You're probably going to want to mix ECMs in and push this position. Not sure, but Marakar currently is just making a fortified line across the map in kind of a diagonal position. I think Scuba does have slightly more map vision and map control. Nice flaming there from Marakar. I think if he flame walls that, there could be problems for Scuba, actually. Marakar is going to shoot it. Oh, I love it when this happens. What's it going to kill? Kills a bunker and everything inside of it as well. Ooh, artillery there comes in for Scuba and hits the army. Something I've seen him do a few times, actually. I remember a famous replay he did against Logica. I don't know if it's famous, but I remember a replay he did against Logica where he hit the whole army and it did change the game. Did kill a bunch of stuff there. At least 2 tanks. Not sure if a truck went down as well. Yeah, these artilleries on the armies often have, like, if you killed all of that, I'd probably rather kill all that rather than that supply, for example. Supply can just be rebuilt in 2 seconds, but to replace that army is going to be a lot more costly and take a lot more time. So, yeah, I just want the economies to even up, so... Because at the moment, I just think Marakar is going to win just because of the oil advantage. I would like Scuba to try and even it up a little bit, so it makes it a bit more closer in the economy department, but... XP is very even for both of them. EMP can change things a hell of a lot. Like I said, Scuba's got big experience in this matchup. He is level 5 now. Marakar's level 5 as well. Helix coming in. There is a GAT left, though. 1 GAT. And an ECM. So, yeah, that will definitely wreck the Helix. Never mind with the tank hunter help there as well. But you can see exactly as I called it. I've never seen this replay before, and I haven't seen a Scuba replay in a while. But I know. I know he mixes in these tank hunters, and you notice Marakar's not doing it all. It's interesting, the different styles. Wow, that EMP's nice. Nice little star of units there get completely disabled. The problem is that Helix is still flying around though, so if you just send in that little army there will be a Helix to clear that up. I'm surprised Scuba's making a nuke, but he's not. Just mixed in a GAT there. It's pretty obvious that's going to happen, I think. Carpet bomb comes in, does even up the oil department. Scuba just needs 1 GAT there, man. Just 1 GAT with that ECM, and that Helix can't come in. Could have been a lot. Could have had a lot more impact if he had, like, let's say a GAT there and a GAT there whilst he pushed in. All of those units could have got destroyed. Here comes the artillery now from Marakar, as well as a carpet bomb. Artillery going to kill the supply, very nice. And the carpet bomb going to be on this supply. The truck's not going to get moved. That's going to go down, I think. That might be too much now. Maybe Scuba, instead of investing in the nuke, maybe got a little bit too complacent, thinking it was too standoffish or too much of a stalemate for anything to happen. But now he's kicked off both of them supplies. His economy's not good enough. Well, Marakar's still collecting. There's a mine drop. Oh, there's a lot of mines there, actually. Scuba desperately needs this area back, and I think the fact that that nuke's up now, Marakar is going to want to finish the game in the next 5 minutes. He's not going to want to let that go any longer. Here comes potential EMP. Scuba knows about it somehow. Helix out now for Scuba. That could be a nice surprise, because he hasn't had any air units until now. Don't think. So that could be pretty nice. Those units seem to be stuck on the mines a little bit. Those ones there are Marakar's. Gat oversteps the line a little bit. That's nice. That is a nice engagement, man, because them tank hunters are just going to wreck There's a big engagement over here on the left-hand side as well. The autoloader is in play for Marakar, so his tanks are much stronger. But there's a Helix in play as well, but is he flying in a little bit too soon on the Gats? Is Marakar going to target? Oh, he's took out all the Gats, but there's too many Helixes for Marakar. He's gone 3 Helixes now. I think that nuke is a massive mistake. I would have prioritized getting an autoloaders upgrade instead of that, and actually a few more units. Yeah, primarily before when he needed them Gats in their position. Instead of the nuke, that would have been much better. Scuba wins the battle on the right, but on the left-hand side, surely he's going to die. Carpet bomb comes in, as well as, I don't know if that's an EMP. Oh, it's a tank again. He just dropped the tank, but the nuke is going to go down, and that's too many losses there for Scuba, I think. This was a nice little battle, though. Nice little battle. And Mental Patient, aka Scuba, has been defeated. That was a nice little tank mirror there on Drallim Desert. Not the longest and closest one in the entire world, but actually that was pretty nice. Nice usage of General's promotions. I think with a few changes, Scuba could have made that at least a little bit closer. Primarily, the tank drop, I think, was pretty useless. I think the mine drop has much more impact. So maybe get Frenzy or something instead of the tank drop. The tank drop didn't do anything, and you also gift the enemy 200 XP. Like, the first one he did, like, killed a truck and then gifted 200 XP to Marakar. So I would change that. Get the mine drop instead. I think the nuke was a mistake. Obviously, trying to protect your oils a little bit more to even up the oil department, because you can see there the massive money difference. Marakar was also faster, expanding to a 3rd and a 4th. Yeah, definitely would have made the nuke. Would have got autoloader upgrade. I think if he changed like them 4 or 5 things, we would have had a much closer game. I'm not saying he would have won. I think it probably needed even a little bit more than that to win, to be honest. Marakar was a little bit too good. He was always controlling the game with the Helixes. He had like 3 Helixes towards the end. He just had so many units. But yeah, I think if Scuba did them few things, it could have made it at least a lot closer towards the end. But it was still good. And I like Scuba's unit mixing the tank hunters. I actually think that's good, and I think that's something Marakar could maybe do. Just mix in, even if you just add like 2 or 3 of them in, don't have to add loads, rather than floating 3k throughout all the game. Not saying he was, but some players do float like 3k throughout the whole game. If you just spent that money on a few tank hunters instead, it could change the battle and it could change the game. So yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments. GG, well played, and see you in the next one.